Hello everybody, once again, this is Nicolas Ortiz, and I just got top 32 at the online remote Duel YCS. I finished 4th in Swiss with a 10-1 record, losing only to Tri-Brigade in round 10, and Dragon Link in top 32. But once again, I played Sky Striker. Again, I still feel this deck is really, really good. Blind second. It catches a lot of people off guard if you know how to play the deck really well and you're real heads up about it. So yeah, without further ado, I go more in depth on card choices in the previous video on the in the PPG tournament. So if you would like a more in-depth card choice, I would recommend you make your way over to that video. Without further ado, the 5-striker monster still. I still feel 2 rows is correct. Blind seconding gives you a good amount of starters to play the game, and so it's a little bit different from the PPG event. So I am playing 14 hand traps over the 13 that I played. If you notice, I'm playing 1 less Nibiru and I'm playing 2 more Bells. I felt that Nibiru going into this event is probably going to be a little bit worse than Bell. So I decided to bump Bell up to 3 because it's particularly good in the Tri-Brigade matchup to hit Revolt. And it's also really good against Drytron, where Nibiru is good, does really well in matchups where it's not dead against. But I found that if I'm going to play a lot of mirrors, playing 3 copies of this card probably isn't the best idea. But people do not respect the Game 1 Nibiru very much, so I got a lot of people with this. So that's it for the monsters. Go on to the spells. Still with the 1 Engage, the 1 Multi-Roll, and then the 1 Hornet Drones as the 1 of Striker spells. Again, Engage is just a really good for blind second, gives you a lot of advantage real quick. Self-explanatory, and then Roll. Again, 1 Engage makes Roll a lot better, and then the 1 Hornet Drones as the last starter. And then we're playing 2 Afterburner and 2 Area 0. Again, you want to play 2 copies of each, because I'm playing Pot of Desires, and then banishing the 1 Afterburner isn't the end of the world, but there are times when I banish the 1 copy and I wish I had the second. And the 2 Area 0 just to boost consistency. You're playing double the amount of multi-rolls than you could have with 0 Engage, so this helps get you to Ray a lot faster. And then 3 Cannon and 3 Anchor. Again, 3 Cannon I really liked. It's good against pretty much everything that's not Tri-Brigade really. You know, you can't consistently get interruptions when you only have 1 Engage available to you, so hard drawing the cannon helps a lot. And then when you're playing 2 with Desires, if you banish 1, you only have 1 cannon to recycle throughout the entire game, which can be difficult sometimes. So I really like the 3rd copy of this card. So that's it for the Striker spells. On to the regular spells. Playing 3 Pot of Desires. Again, I think it's the best consistency booster over something like Pot of Prosperity, and I recommend playing this at 3. Now on to the regular spells, the 1-ofs, Terraforming, Mine, Rhoda, Upstart, and Mind Control. At the beginning of the event, I thought Mine wasn't too particularly good. I would side it out a lot, but then I realized later into the event that Mine is actually just a really good card against something like Drytron. So this definitely cemented its spot where something like Mind Control really underperformed this event. This might be Eagle Booster in the future. The games where I saw Mind Control, it was okay, but it's only an unsearchable 1-of at the end of the day. So games where I opened this, I mean, sure, it was good, but you know, it wasn't that much better than Booster. Where there were a couple times at the event where if this was Booster, I'd feel more secure and I'd probably end up winning those games. So this is probably be a Booster in the future. So that's it for the monsters and the spells and the traps. It's about 40 cards. So onto the extra deck. It's completely unchanged. Still playing the 11 Striker links to maximize consistency and make your engine as best as it possibly can. And then the access code package, and then the 1 Ningirsu to out something like Dragoon. Onto the side deck. 3 Cycle Reader, and 3 of a new edition, Skullmeister. This was different Dimension Ground previously, but I found the Prankets matchup is particularly difficult sometimes, so I didn't have a lot of side for that. So I found Skullmeister is actually just a really good card against them, and also has flexible usages against something like Tri-Brigade or against something like Drytron. So I decided to put it in, and it really overperformed today. I definitely liked it over different Dimension Ground, and I'd recommend continue playing this in the future. And then the rest of the spells are the same as last time. 3 Cosmic, 3 Twin, and Shared Ride. Shared Ride are for decks when they make me go first. And they're also for the Mirror Match and for Salamangreat or anything that searches a lot. And then Cosmic and Twin are for decks that side in Anti-Spell and Imperial Order. Decks that side those in, my deck should just beat anyway. So I should side the cards in to where that matchup where I shouldn't lose, just ensure that I don't lose it because they can open those potential blowout cards. So over something like Feather Duster or Lightning Storm, which has a higher ceiling, these cards just get the job done, and that's what you want in the end. So my side deck I felt was really well rounded today, and I sided everything multiple times. So yeah, again, 4th in Swiss, 10-1 overall. Got snuffed in top 32, but not much you can do about it. So yeah, I'd like to shout out to Midwest Gaming for sponsoring me and helping me playtest and helping me out with cards and just making sure my deck was as best as it possibly could going into the event. And yeah, thank you everybody.